Yo guys, what's going on? It's Joe back here again with another vid here on Joe Talks, and man, it hasn't been a good weekend, man. Michigan loses, now the Lions lose, and this is freshly after the game, man. It was bad, but I'll also start off by saying this: Green Bay, you have a really good team. Your team is young, and your team is really good, and your team is led by a really good coach. Excuse me. This is just after I ate, watched the game, did all that. So bear with me. But yeah, Green Bay, you have a really good team. But yeah, the Lions, man, me being a Lions fan, they came out just slow. Green Bay came out, scored on their very first drive. The Lions had no answer for it. Guys wide open downfield in the secondary. That's every year for the Lions, honestly. The Lions always have an issue with covering. I don't know what the issue is. I'm pretty sure it's the scheme. Even with Aaron Glenn gone to the Jets, all they did was promote a guy that worked for Aaron Glenn. So it's pretty much the same defensive scheme. So which the scheme is, it's pretty much, let's play zone and rely on Hutchinson, our only reliable pass rusher, to get sacks, and we just run around and leave guys wide open in between the whole team. Like, that's pretty much all it is, and it's annoying, but and I'll say that, speaking of Hutchinson, man, they kind of locked him down. He was very quiet today. Jordan Love had time. Jordan Love had time in the pocket to just sling, and then they were running the ball good. I don't know. The Lions just weren't with it today. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying. I'm not going to say it's frustrating. The first game of the season, it is an important game. It's a division opponent. So it's a game that, that the Lions should have won, that I wanted them to really win, but they didn't come out ready to play. But it is what it is. First game. I expect next season. Whoa, hopefully next season's good, but I expect next week's game against the Bears at Ford Field to be a lot better. Hopefully, first off, we got to see what the Bears come out looking like. We'll find that out tomorrow night. Well, tonight, because this should be uploaded Monday. So tonight we'll see how the Bears play against Minnesota. But yeah, I see the Lions having a better week next week, or if not, then I don't know. But yeah, everything seemed the same. People were talking about, the new OC is gonna mess up the plays and all that. No, the plays were fine. Surprisingly, after So Green Bay went down, scored first drive. Lions went 3-and-out. They ended up stopping Green Bay, or they let Green Bay get a field goal, and then Goff got on a little drive. The Lions got on a little drive, and they just couldn't get in the end zone. I think before the second half, they had like 17 minutes of possession time, but only had 3 points. They couldn't get in the end zone. I don't know what it was. Scoring in the red zone has never been an issue. I'm not sure what it was today. But I don't know. Green Bay as a team is a good team, and their defense is really good. I'll say that. The Lions were having a hard time running on them. And I'll say this, man, the new guards. So I didn't expect the new guards to really see an effect, but they were affected, man. Especially the one. I think 73. I can't remember his name, but I remember his number, 73. He was having a really, really hard time. Parsons was just pushing them back. I don't know, and then just easy block assignments missed by the new center. Just the inner of the O-lines just need chemistry. They just need more reps together. And the two outer, Decker and Sewell, that's good, but you need innards. The O-line, the interior O-line needs to be set and needs to be on the same page. They weren't on the same page today. They were missing blocks. The one dude was getting pushed back. Just need more reps and more practice, hopefully. But yeah, the O-line was not looking how it used to, obviously with different guys, but man, I don't know. The Lions, and then one play or one drive the Lions had going good, and Goff threw it, and then Goff throws the interception in the red zone when we're on a good drive to possibly, who knows, get 7 points right before halftime too. And then the Lions also got the ball coming back out, starting the third quarter. So say they got 7. I think at that time it was 17-3. If I'm not mistaken, it was 17-3 at that time. So say they got a touchdown, boom, and then got the ball third quarter, came out, scored a touchdown, boom. Hey, you're tied. You're right back in it. So, I mean, I don't know, but Goff ends up throwing a touchdown. And then Goff also wasn't with it. Let me get on Goff real quick. And then the safety, well, not a safety, but he almost got a safety, man. Like after he threw that interception, it just went downhill. He was taking sacks. He doesn't move. And then here's the thing playing QB now is there's so many dual threat QBs, or there's QBs that aren't considered dual threat, but they'll move if they have to. Like Joe Burrow, for example. You don't think of him, oh, Joe Burrow's about to take off. No, but I mean, say he has to, he'll run with it. Dual threat, when a dual threat comes to mind, I think of like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, guys like that. Mahomes even, but honestly, Mahomes over the years, to be honest, he's kind of became more of a pocket guy and run if need to, guys like that are perfect. Goff, man, Goff is a diehard, standstill, cement feet, whatever you want to call it, in the pocket. He does not move, and if he does move, it's not far. And if he does move too, he's not fast. So he's getting chased down by D linemen, He's not fast. He's not a fast guy. That's not his strength. So say you have an O-line, so kind of like going back towards the O-line part, say you have an O-line that's not protecting him and he's getting pressured, that's where the issue comes, So you got to protect Goff, because if Goff doesn't have time and is under pressure, that's when you see Goff, that's when you see Goff at his worst, is when he's under pressure, because he can't move, Now, say he could move, a little pressure here and there, might not really be that bad. But for someone who is a diehard pocket QB, he has to have around-the-clock protection and a lot of weapons, too, which is what they do. And speaking of weapons, Jameson Williams, congratulations on that contract. $83 million, I think 63 or 68 million guaranteed over the next 3 years. So shit, he still has this year and a 5th-year option on his rookie deal, and then he goes into the 3 years. Brad, that was smart, man. Because say J-Mo pops off this season and next season, at that point, to keep him, you would have to sign him for big money. Hey, that was smart. Brad Holmes knows what he's doing. He's just annoying when it comes to the pass rusher situation. But hey, man. And then Hutchinson, people saying, oh, well, what about Hutchinson? What about Hutchinson? He's trying to get, in my opinion, say you were drafted by Brad Holmes, you're set. It seems like Brad Holmes invests in his draft picks, which is good, especially if they're good picks. Why not? I agree with that. So J-Mo got paid. What, Branch? Did Branch get paid yet? If Branch didn't get paid, Branch is probably going to be next. And then Hutchinson is probably going to be at the end or middle of the season. If not, for sure, the start of next season. I kind of wish they got Hutchinson done. But, I mean, then again, he probably wants to make room. And also, you're not 100% sure how he's going to play coming off that injury, Because, like, tonight, he wasn't really a factor tonight. I'm going to be honest. He didn't really apply too much pressure. He probably did, like, once or twice. But, yeah, it wasn't like last year. Last year, for those of y'all that remember, he came out on fire last year. Last year, he would have broke records, man, probably, if he didn't get hurt. Unfortunate. But yeah, man, Brad Holmes seemed like he's gonna play. He seemed like he's gonna pay his draft picks, which is cool. Hutchinson's next, so be on the lookout for a groundbreaking contract. And hey, they're not trying to hometown discount him either. Hutchinson's worth every penny, But yeah, back to the Green Bay game. Yeah, the Lions just weren't there, and I'm not sure what I don't know, like the play calling was there. They just couldn't get in the end zone. They got some work to do. It's the first game of the season, so, I'll cut them a little bit of slack, but I expect the Chicago game to have a lot more cleaned up. And they're going to be at home. They're not going to be at Lambeau. So, I mean, you're going to have the home team behind you, or maybe against you if you play like fools again. Who knows? But, it's not the end of the world. It's just unfortunate as a Lions fan that the Lions lost. But, You know, it is what it is. We've kind of been spoiled the last, what, 2.5, 3 years, if I'm thinking, or 3.5, 4 years. I don't know. Time goes by so fast, but yeah, the Lions have turned it around. I'll give them this. They turned it around, but and then yeah, Parsons. I was hoping that he wasn't gonna get any tonight at least, but like I say, golf just not being mobile. He got chased down. Parsons chased him down. He got his first sack as a Packer tonight. Towards the end of the game. And this is what I said in my prior video when I talked about them trading him. Is the only way that I see him being an issue is if they line him up on Taylor Decker, because Decker's an older dude compared to Sewell. He was on Sewell the whole game until the end of the game. They put him on Decker, and that's when. And it wasn't off Decker. They did a stunt, to the inside guard, and the guard obviously, like I was saying, didn't pick up, and he chased him down. He got his first sack, Parsons. And Parsons, for a sec, I didn't even think was playing. They didn't play him the whole first quarter, but once the second quarter started, they put him in. But to be honest, they didn't even really need him, man. They were whooping the Lions from the jump. Green Bay has a tough defense. They have a really tough defense and a good team. Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a good coach. I'll give him that. Good coach, good team. Jordan Love has improved. Hey, I'm gonna give props. Even though I hate giving Green Bay props. But hey, I'll give them props, man. It is what it is. But yeah, the Lions, you got a lot to clean up. Hopefully, you bounce back this upcoming Sunday. And I'm pretty sure I touched up on all my points. So say you guys enjoyed the vid. A like, subscribe would be appreciated, and check out my other vids here on screen. Say you wanna check them out. It's up to y'all. So yeah, see y'all later. Peace.